Oh, hey, Wangless.
Holy shit, thank
How's
you.
it going, dude?
Wangless.
We're obviously lead last line.
Wangless.
Wangless. And I kind of hope it's Wangless.
Well then, because the nature of this story is depressing, I'm going to have a beer. How's that ASMR? I've already spilled it all over myself like a total idiot. Ubisoft had a big thing today. Hashtag UbiForward. They love to try to incorporate hashtags. It's the joy of their games. I could not really enjoy it because while simultaneously there's like new games coming out, which are okay, I couldn't really enjoy any of that because they haven't super addressed what they're doing in their company after there's been exposure of just like this horrible culture. And I think that they're working on it, but it still makes it seem like I'm tentatively supporting a company that thinks it's fine to have a company culture of kind of like silence and stuff. It's kind of just a bummer because it makes you think of stuff that's come out in the Smash community. Like a bunch of people got outed in the Smash community for being real bad in different ways. Either they're racist or they're some kind of sexual crimes committed from, alleging from assaults to straight up like pretty much whatever you can imagine that's horrible, that's happened. Giant Evo tournament, that got shut down this year. It was going to be all virtual. The CEO of... I'm sorry, was it the CEO? I'm going to edit this in post. The person who ran Evo, he admitted that he was perpetrating crimes against people who couldn't really say no to him. With all those things in mind, they need to be addressed in some way. And to just then have your E3 thing and be like, yep, buy our products, please. Consumers, ching ching. I need another sip of this. You almost feel like you're being used by a company when you watch it as an extension of their marketing, which is fine normally, but they also didn't address that they're kind of bad people there. We're going to look at the story. From our friends at Forbes.com. Ubisoft will not be mentioning abuse allegations in today's Ubisoft Forward event. Here's the actual statement that they came out to say. Ubisoft Forward comes during a time of big internal change. Yeah, that's good. Because all the content has been pre-recorded, we want to recognize that the issues we're currently dealing with won't be addressed directly in the show. Okay. I mean, you could postpone it if it's important enough. You could... it's all digital, right? I mean, can you not just push it back a couple days or a week? Whatever. We still have significant work to do and are committed to this process. We will provide more updates soon. It shows that they're doing something, but when all these allegations came up initially, it kind of had to do with the creative director of Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed creative director leaves project amid allegations of misconduct. So this is on June 24th. It was part of a wave of big accusations that were coming out all across the industry. Apparently there's just scumbags everywhere, which is a little bit of an eye-opening experience for me. Apparently, here's the timeline. They give us little timelines here. He was accused of cheating his wife and lying about his marital status. Okay, yeah, people do that. I don't know why that would have to do with, harassment or whatever in the company. And it almost seems like he resigned to protect the company. It was very suspicious to me. Very, very suspicious. Before deleting his account, he tweeted, "I am stepping down from my beloved project to properly deal with personal issues in my life. The lives of my family and my own are shattered. I'm deeply sorry to everyone I hurt in this." Okay, whatever. It's, personal shit happens, I suppose. But it didn't really address the fact that it was part of these sweeping waves of misconduct in the industry. Ubisoft said that he's stepping down to take a leave of absence. Numerous other employees have been hit with allegations at Ubisoft. What? You're telling me the creative director of a giant franchise being kind of sus means that other people at the company could also be kind of sus? Okay. We are deeply concerned by these accusations. We take any allegations of abuse or harassment very seriously, and we're looking closely into the allegations to determine next steps. So, what's the similarity between the first statement and this statement? Some action's been taken, not enough. First similarity. The second one's that they don't really address it directly. They just say, that's very concerning. And then the third thing is they give themselves some more time. So this is pretty much all just like some PR speak. It's really disappointing to see that. In this article, I'm glad that, this man of such wealth and intelligence also agrees with me. They say, "Oh wow, it's so pre-recorded, it feels like a weak excuse when no one's asking them to do a live bulletin. Hey, it's pre-recorded. We can't say that we did bad things." Like, yeah, you're just doing this for your stockholders, bro. And that's the thing. Why aren't the stockholders like, what are you doing to address this? They're the ones that always push the insane bullshit. They're the ones that push microtransactions. They're the ones that push extended seasonal content that you have to come back to these games all the time. And you buy something for $60 that's not really going to be done for a year and a half. Why aren't they also demanding, hey, what's going on at your company? Hold on, I got to drink more beer to get through this. Three people have quit, 3 high-level executives over a lot of these other allegations. They're French, so bear with me. Chief Creative Officer Sergey Hoskoet, Global Head of HR Cecile Cornet, and Yanis Malad. You know what, also, hold on. My angry rant is now being directed towards the people of Montreal, Canada. Why are you French? Because you live in Canada. Can we at least come up with more can we come up with a compromise halfway in between a French name and a Canadian name? Can we go 50-50? Can we go 50-50 just so I don't sound like an idiot more than I already do? It comes following the initiation of a rigorous review that the company initiated in response to recent allegations and accusations of misconduct and inappropriate behavior. So, also, besides those 3 people, Maxime Belland, who was the vice president of Ubisoft, also stepped down. And yeah, it is kind of a big deal that these people are leaving because they are the leadership that kind of let these things happen. But what? Why weren't they being heard before? Because it sounds like they were being reported for a long time, and I think that a lot of the people that are reporting on stuff like this Ubisoft stuff, they're getting access to things way in advance with Ubisoft because it's a giant company. It's one of the biggest video game companies in the world. Duh. Of course, you're going to want to work with them to get stuff. But those same publications have an ethical responsibility to report on this more intensely. I don't think they are. And I think it's because they don't want to. They think it's a touchy subject. And it's kind of BS. And that's how these problems perpetuate. When people have power and you're not able to say, hey, stop. And you're like, oh no, but I do want the access codes for my review copies. If you know about it, you should be talking about it. It's pretty quiet right now. In this man's humble opinion, that is. I am an idiot, so maybe I'm missing a bunch of it. It's a huge deal. Sergey guy, not Serge. Sergey was a man who was in charge of all the games and actually who could greenlight or not greenlight things. And they thought that he could never be fired. That's crazy. Almost like people like that need more regular reviews. And they shouldn't just be left in charge of giant companies. Also, this guy here, the Yanis Malad guy, apparently he's the CEO of Ubisoft Canada, on July 10th said, hey guys, I apologize to the people that were hurt by the actions that I let happen, but most of us are good. It's good. The company is now hiring an international management consulting firm to audit its HR procedures, part of what it calls a comprehensive set of initiatives to foster an environment that its employees, partners, and communities can be proud of. Bro, you guys just got outed for being really horrible. Your abusive practices to a lot of people. Can you please not spin this to be a PR move? Maybe you should have had to audit the HR company when people are filing complaints and it goes nowhere all the time. But whatever. It's another nature of corporate hellscape. The corporate hellscape we live in. Gotta buy the new Assassin's Creed. I don't care about what Shannon said. Jesus Christ. So, Yves Gamon, Ubisoft had fallen short of its obligation to guarantee a safe and inclusive workspace as unacceptable as toxic behaviors are in direct contrast to values which I have never compromised and never will. Yeah, okay, buddy. I'm a big fan of like actually seeing results of things, not just people saying things. And that's all this is. It's just them saying things. Like, yeah, they resigned. You want to know how those people resign? They could call in an office and they say, okay, you can either resign or we fire you. But either way, you're going to get a bunch of severance. And that severance is going to come from an account where it probably needed to go to the people that are already working at Ubisoft that are like super underpaid and overworked. When I watched the Ubi Forward, I mean, if I took some notes here. Hold on. They had what? They had a short film inspired by Watch Dogs. They went over all this gameplay stuff. They have 2 mobile games. They have a new game that's called Elite Squad. They have Rainbow Six, and they're still supporting the hell out of that game. This is their new Battle Royale game. This is their new Assassin's Creed game that everyone seems to be working on real hard. And then there's Far Cry 6. I don't even know how many offices they have. They have like 10 or 12, right? They have a ton of offices. Just maybe they need to stop after this next cycle and really reevaluate what they're doing. Because it's not really acceptable. And when you're that big of a company, I mean, if I look here, you have Activision Blizzard. It's kind of surprising that they're first. Electronic Arts, Take-Two Interactive, CD Projekt Red, I think, just bumped up there. So I guess technically the fifth. $2.805 billion worth of assets. But they can only conduct internal reviews and third-party reviews that they hire to report to them to make their decisions. And I don't know. If people are being harassed like that, like at what point in time does it actually go from just like HR complaints to the law? Also, like, it's Canada, right? Like, it's a country that actually cares about the people who live there. It's not like the United States. I can say this because I'm half Canadian, okay? I can say this because I have experience with both. And I'm just going to say America doesn't care nearly as much about their citizens as Canada does. Why would you even let them have an independent thing if there's people who are going around saying that the creative directors of franchises, you know, they're just like, yeah, I'm not married, you want to bullying people, harassing the out of people, breaking them down psychologically. Like, how much more do I have to sit here and talk about Game Crunch before it's actually, like, addressed? I'm going to take this. It's just insane to me that they have so many studios and so many assets, and when something like this comes up, they don't address it. Like, all you have to do is address it better than a non-statement with no action, and people voluntarily resigning while they get millions of dollars, you know? Like, whatever, man. At least that's pretty much what I have to say on it. Remember, everyone, especially the children watching my video, that the world is a dark and scary place sometimes. So, you know, if you feel like you are being taken advantage of in the role that you're at, assess that. You know, is it something that you're maybe just saying like, oh, I need to just tough it out? Or, you know, is it a dangerous situation for you and you need to get out of there because it's bad for your psychological health? You know, it's just as important as your physical health. Probably more so in some ways. Alright, so for this fun exercise, I'm going to pretend that I'm actually, you know, I'm going to do my job reporting. And we're having a press conference here. You know, like, as if COVID never happened, right? So, I'm going to be the reporter. And I'm going to say, oh, Mr. Guimon, what do you have to say about all the allegations against your company and all of the sexual harassment and misconduct that's been done at your studio? It has been rampant throughout your entire executive branch. What are you doing to address that? Mr. Guimon? What's up?
Ubisoft Forwards comes during a time of big internal change.
Right.
Because all the content has been pre-recorded, we wanted to recognize that the issues we're currently dealing with won't be addressed directly in the show.
But, I mean,
We
it's
still have significant
COVID.
work to do and are committed to this process.
Well, obviously,
Update
right?
Soon.
What do you mean? That's it? But you've done nothing to address that. Like, you have to address this. You can't just let this go. Not only is it illegal in the country that you live in, but also is unethical. It's a really bad precedent. It's the 5th biggest video game company in the world. You have to have more information on this.
Update soon, 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 update soon.
No more questions.
Update soon, 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 update.
It just seems really insane that they were like, no, today is for stock price go up. Stock price go up. We make new Viking game. I will talk about some of the other things. In the Ubisoft forward that I saw this today, I live streamed it. And it's kind of been bothering me all day that I just like, it's not like I get hundreds and hundreds of viewers. It would be unethical to not say something. They literally came out and said nothing. My boss comes to my office and is like, hey, so you've just stopped doing work, and like people down the hallway just say you keep slapping them on the like, you got anything to say to that? I'm like, hey, I am currently investigating my own activity and behavior. I will keep you updated. I will keep you updated on what changes, but do be assured that my quality of behavior is impeccable, and mostly it's good. Like, dude, what a douche. Who says that? Who says that the day before they resign for being a piece of shit? Oh my god. Whatever. I hope people out there at Ubisoft just have one less, boss that's giving them a hard time. Just remember, never get a job. Just stay young forever. Just play video games forever. And just talk about video games forever until eventually that's your full-time job. It's not that hard, guys. Just do that. Don't be like me. Don't get a corporate job. If you guys liked what you saw in the video, please press like and subscribe. I need everyone to smash those buttons. Also, I have a new Patreon. If you want to go there and support my dream to make these stupid ass videos all the time. Also, I have all my socials in the About section below. So you can click on those and stalk me as much as you want. Bye bye.